Does Barry Manilow know you rate his wardrobe? Okay, Brooklyn, get in here.
Oh boy, we are here. Kaleb, we're in a championship.
Yeah.
The Empire may rise after all. We're going up against Jeremy Adams, though, and a Nico that seems to be asleep, just laying on the couch. He's not concerned. He doesn't have to manage. Like he doesn't have that focus. He doesn't have that passion that the New British Empire has. How dare you, good sir, interrupt our promo? It is our time. It is the New British Empire's time, but it is Kaleb's time. It is Boatman's time.
You know what my dad got me for Christmas? He got me a box of Alfred Hitchcock movies and Tarkovsky films, and he said, "Watch up, Kaleb! Watch up! You're going to know all the details, all the little things." That's what Christmas in the Boatman household was like. But seriously, Jeremy's a great player. This is going to be a great match. Let's just have fun with it. I'm not Paulo Yama or Chantel, and I don't need sunglasses. Let's just have fun.
I feel like with every promo, we're learning more and more and more about Kaleb's father, and I don't know what to make of it. But getting down to business here. Every legend still has something they want to check off their list. Jeremy, you've held 3 titles, 4 if you count the plantation, but no one likes to count that. But the one thing you still haven't done is you haven't been able to defend one of those titles that you've held. And I know it's been eating at you. And I feel like it's the perfect opportunity here for you to finally cross that off your list by taking on one half of the team that took your team's titles. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah, I do. It's, something that I have been feeling very strong about in singles, that I really wanted to, in particular, defend my singles titles, because I hear a lot of talking in this league about, Jeremy's great and he's one of the greats and everything, but I won't feel that I'm on that high level until I defend one of these things. So it's very important to me to do that today. I didn't think to dress up as John Bender or do anything cool like that, but I did think to show up and play, and that's what I'm going to do. I'd be lying if I didn't say I was a little nervous, because I know this Kaleb kid, he studies. I think he's probably been studying 12 hours a day for who knows how many weeks now for this match. So it's really just going to be all his studying, all his getting ready versus my 40 years of movie knowledge. So it's the banked knowledge versus the gained knowledge. We'll see how it all goes. And like you said, it's going to be a great match one way or the other. And I'm excited.
Tonight, the little boar gets served up as a pulled pork sandwich by his chef manager.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Multiplex Movie Warzone. We are back tonight for this singles title championship on the line. Our champion, Jeremy the Atom Adams, taking on our top contender, our tournament winner, Kaleb Lil Boat Boatman. But first, let's go to one of my co-hosts tonight. That is Mr. Jay, the arsonist Burns himself. Jay, how you feeling tonight?
Oh man, I am fantastic. Just got done doing a couple of other things for Full Metal, so I'm happy to be here. I'm excited to see what these two can do. I know Jeremy's knowledge runs deep, and Lil Boat might be young, but I swear to God, he's got the soul of a 900-year-old man trapped within him. Somebody mentioned something about sandwiches. Don't do that. I'm hungry. Brooklyn, you still owe me. But I'm ready to see what these two can do.
This is going to go down to the wire. These guys both know their stuff. Like you said, Kaleb may be young, but that doesn't say anything about his knowledge. And Jeremy, well, everybody knows what a force he's to be reckoned with. He's held any number of titles and still holds this title. So without any further ado, let's get into our formal introductions for the match. So coming to the ring first, escorted by his manager, Brooklyn Vail, representing Apocalypse Now and the New British Empire, with a record of 5 wins and 0 losses, he is Kaleb Lil Boat Boatman. Kaleb, how you feeling tonight?
Don't you forget about me.
Kaleb has now been stuck in the 80s. Too much studying for this match, I think.
You're not wrong.
Brooklyn, do you have any final words of wisdom for your client?
The Empire will rise. Mark my words.
Short and simple. All right. So then coming to the ring second, representing Team 80s and House Knight Fury, with a record of 5 wins and 0 losses, undefeated as the champion of Multiplex Movie Warzone singles. He is Jeremy the Atom Adams. Jeremy, how are you feeling tonight?
I'm feeling good. Let's do this.
All right. And Nico, you got any words for your client?
Brooklyn, where's my fucking sandwiches?
I don't think that's what you're supposed to do with sandwiches. All right. So, with that, we are going to get into our match, starting with round 1, which everyone knows how it works. There will be 8 questions in 8 different categories, worth 1 point each. If you get them all right, you do get a 9th bonus question. Write them down. When we call on you, show us your answer and verbalize your answer. You get 3 repeats for the whole match and 1 challenge. Are there any questions? I'm going to assume not, because you've been here.
Does Barry Manilow know you raid his wardrobe?
What was that?
Does Barry Manilow know you raid his wardrobe?
Oh, I think he's talking to you.
No.
No, Jay?
Sure.
You mess with the bull, you get the horns, little boar.
Hey. Yeah. So
Very
some
nice.
kind of wonderful quote. I love it. Anyway. All right. So Jay, why don't you take us around with question 1 in round 1?
All right, guys. Question 1 in round number 1 of this championship match comes in the realm of science, fiction, fantasy. Name the 3 actresses who have played Anne Darrow in feature film versions of King Kong.
And I will give you a few extra seconds here. You got to write 3 names. So.
Fair enough. If you had to be kidnapped by a giant-sized, let's call him a kaiju. That's what he is. Would it be King Kong or would it be Godzilla?
King Kong seems like he had softer hands. You know, he's got some fur there.
Oh, fair enough.
You want all 3?
Yes, all 3 actresses, please. I'm going to give you 5.
I don't know. They look a little calloused. I'm just saying.
3, 2, 1. Markers down.
All right. We will go to the champion first. Jeremy.
Faye Ray, Jessica Lange, Naomi Watts.
Correct for a point. And Lil Boat.
Naomi Watts, Jessica Lange, and I just guessed Maureen O'Hara.
Ooh.
Jeremy taking the early lead. As we go into question 2, which is in the category of directors. How many non-documentary feature films has James Cameron directed? And again, I'm going to give you some extra time since you have to go through a lot of films in your mind.
This is
Jeremy's bold strategy of holding up fingers to help Caleb.
Uh-oh. Didn't think about that one.
you are not his manager.
You should have fooled him. You should have kept counting. Like, wait, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah. There you go.
All right, I'll give you 10 more seconds here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down. I'm going to go to Caleb first.
7?
And Jeremy.
8.
The correct answer is 8. 8 films so far. All right.
Maybe forgot Piranha 2: The Spawning.
No, I knew that one. Did you do anything in between Terminator and Abyss?
Aliens.
True Lies?
Oh, I forgot Aliens. I'm an idiot.
Oh, Aliens. I thought it turned. Gosh.
All right, guys. Question number 3 comes in the realm of comedy. In Gross Point Blank, hitman Martin Blank returns to his hometown for both a contract and what other event?
How specific, guys?
Just general as well.
Okay.
I think I know what you're asking, and you don't need that.
Okay.
Just don't write because.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Jeremy.
High school reunion. Pretty sure it's the 10th.
And Lil Boat.
High school reunion. I didn't know what number it was.
And
Yep. No, you didn't need the number. Just needed
correct. Lil Boat on the board.
All right, going into question 4, which is in the category of coming-of-age movies. Who made her directorial debut with 2019's Booksmart?
If you had to choose an actor to direct a movie about your life, who would it be and why?
Bobcat Goldthwait, because he makes some twisted fucking movies.
Fair enough. I would go with Sam Jackson, just so he could be the narrator.
2, 1. Markers down. I'm going to start with Caleb
Olivia Wilde.
and Jeremy.
It's a recent release, and I actually saw it. Olivia Wilde.
Yes, Jeremy got a recent release question. Glad to hear it. All right, both get the point for that one.
Your next question, guys, comes in the realm of classics. For what charge are the soldiers being court-martialed in the film Paths of Glory?
A film I had never watched until it made the Full Metal list that I had to study.
Ooh.
An excellent film, though.
On there.
An excellent film. I'm glad I watched.
I'm not glad I watched
Three.
Pee-wee's Big Adventure.
2. What? 1. What's all these people bashing the 80s lately? All right.
Oh, I'm sorry. Jeremy.
I've actually seen a couple different answers on this, either cowardice or retreating.
Cowardice is correct.
I said deserting. I assume that would be the same thing because it's.
They didn't actually
They
desert.
did, yeah,
though.
I'm afraid that they did not desert their
Yeah.
unit. They just refused to get out of the trench and attack.
They were just basically singled out for not, being as
Fair enough.
gung-ho as possible.
So as we go into question 6, which is in 2010's movies, what young actress starred in Transformers: The Last Knight, Instant Family, and Sicario: Day of the Soldado?
I cannot believe I'm getting recent release questions.
I just love that title, Day of the Soldado.
Yeah, it wasn't as good as the first movie, though. Yes.
Here's a big shocker.
It was-
I've seen neither of them.
It was a Soldado. No. I had to.
Markers down. Okay, I'm going to start with Caleb.
I don't know her name.
And Jeremy?
Dora herself, Isabella Moner.
That's it.
That is correct.
All right, guys. Your, I believe this is your penultimate question.
Yes.
Comes to you in the realm of drama. The thing that Lil Boat saves for his mama. What
Along with the
musician-
laundry.
Oh my god. Okay. What musician played Roman governor Pontius Pilate in Martin Scorsese's The Last Temptation of Christ? Almost read that as Pontius Pilate.
I think Pontius did Pilates.
If they made the
Let's-
spoof
let's-
movies
let's
back
be-
then, they probably would have. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down.
And we will go to The Atom
Dance, magic dance, David Bowie.
and The Boar.
Starman, David Bowie.
Right.
All right. Entering the final question in the category of actors and actresses. What movie? Excuse me. My document did not get fixed. Start that over. Our last question in the category of war movies. War movies. What movie tells the story of an American army squad and a German military unit who call a Christmas-time ceasefire and have a snowball fight?
I think all wars would be easier if they were fought with snowballs.
Yes, they
Lot
might
less-
last longer, but they would not, the casualties they have.
Depends on if you're going to be dirty and stuff your snowballs
With
full
the
of-
ice. 4, 3, 2, 1. Markers down, everyone. I'm going to start with Caleb.
Stalag 17?
And Jeremy?
Is it called Merry Christmas?
No, I'm afraid it's called A Midnight Clear.
Oh,
Midnight Clear.
I almost
Oh.
thought that too.
I thought
Jeremy-
that was like about they play like soccer or some. Am I mixing that up with a different one? I thought
Yeah, the Merry Christmas or Joy Noel is also a ceasefire.
Joy Noel. That's okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know.
Dang it. All right.
All right. I made a point of not saying it to jinx him, but Jeremy falls just short of the perfect round. Come with 7 points. Caleb, I have with 3. Is that what you have, Jay?
That is exactly what I have, sir.
All right. As we are going to enter round 2, then, which is our wheel round. Of course, there will be 8 categories plus spinners and opponent's choice. You spin, you like what you get, you keep it. You don't like it, you spin again, but you will be stuck with your second choice. 5 questions worth 2 points each. If you go to multiple choice, you can. It only makes it worth 1 point. And there is stealing available. Your categories tonight. Let me bring up my screen here. Our competitors definitely stuck with their strengths here. We have Caleb's strengths of 2000's DreamWorks animation and 2000's live-action family films. We have Jeremy's strengths of 80s movies and 90s Miramax films, along with drama, comedy, classics, and crime. Jeremy, as you are in the lead, would you like to go first or defer? Let me bring in your manager.
Yeah.
I'm thinking we put the pressure on him and go first.
Yeah, I was going to say, let's keep the momentum going. We'll go first.
Okay, so Jeremy, here is your first spin.
All right.
Classics.
I mean, it's good for him, but there's other stuff that's worse for me, so I think I should take it.
Yeah, if you feel comfortable with it, I say go for it. It's pretty much a neutral category for the both of you, but I say take it.
I'll take it.
Okay. So, Jay, would you like to go ahead and read him his classics questions?
Of course, I can definitely do that for you, buddy. Jeremy, just let me know when you're ready, and I will. Now, did you already go over the rules?
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. I think we're all set.
Sorry, I was just spacing there for a second.
You're fine.
All right, so fine. Jeremy, your first question in the category of classics. In An American in Paris, Gene Kelly is a World War II veteran who now works as a what?
Oh, Sandy's going to kill me. Man, I'm pretty sure I know, but I don't want to be like moderately wrong, so let's go multiple choice.
Most definitely. Your multiple choice options are A, painter, B, cafe owner, C, songwriter, or D, florist.
Painter. Just doubted myself.
For a point. I'm sorry, I didn't know if we needed final answer.
No, we only need final answer in teams matches where they can confer. Otherwise, whatever their first answer they say out loud, we take it.
Okay, awesome. Your second question in classics. Who directed 1922's Nosferatu and the Best Picture winning Sunrise?
F.W. Murnau.
Yes.
I knew you were going to get that one.
One of two Best Picture winners that year.
Yeah.
Your third question. What film marked the first collaboration of Spencer Tracy and Katharine Hepburn?
Five.
Multiple choice.
Your multiple choice options are A, Desk Set, B, Adam's Rib, C, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, or D, Woman of the Year.
Woman of the Year?
Correct.
I was even thinking that too.
Point.
Second time that happened.
Your fourth question in classics. In The Man Who Knew Too Much, what did he know too much about?
Let's go multiple just to be sure
Is it
I don't get it wrong.
most definitely? Is it A, an affair? Sorry. A, an affair. B, a bank robbery. C, a planned assassination. Or D, a government cover-up.
Assassination.
Correct. 4 points. And sorry about that. Excuse me. Your final question in classics. What 1969 film starring Walter Matthau and Goldie Hawn was later remade as Adam Sandler's Just Go With It?
Cactus Flower.
2 big points.
All right, so Jeremy pulling out 7 points in that round to bring him to 14. All right, so that brings us over to Kaleb's round. Kaleb, here is your first spin. Crime movies.
Okay, Brooklyn, what are we thinking?
Well, let's see here.
Can I see what else is on the wheel again?
Yes, you can. There is your strengths of 2000 DreamWorks animation and 2000s live-action family films, 80s movies and 90s Miramax, drama, comedy, classics, and crime.
Okay.
It's a coin flip pretty well. It's like 60-40.
Yeah.
I think See, the problem is we have to hit 8. Like even if we go 8 points total, we're still down by 3.
So do you think I should risk it and just spin?
I think you have to.
Okay, spin again.
All right, well, you're spinning again.
Even if I get one of his strengths, it's something I've studied.
It's not awful.
2000s DreamWorks animation. Okay. So, say goodbye to Brooklyn.
Bye, Brooklyn.
Okay, and I will give you your questions in 2000s DreamWorks animation. Okay. Question 1. What is the name of the Native American that saves Spirit from the U.S. Army in Spirit, Stallion of the Cimarron?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, Small River, B, Tiny Lake, C, Little Creek, or D, Mini Pond?
Little Creek?
Little Creek is correct for 1 point. Question 2. Susan Murphy's fiance has what job in Monsters vs. Aliens?
He's a weatherman.
He is a weatherman for 2 points. Question 3. What is the name of the valley Po lives in Kung Fu Panda?
Multiple choice.
Is it A, the Valley of Joy, B, the Valley of Peace, C, the Valley of Serenity, or D, the Valley of Nirvana?
Valley of Peace.
That is correct for 1 point. Neither competitor giving up steals so far. All right, question 4. Who voices Florist Vanessa in B Movie?
Renee Zellweger. Sorry, I got tongue-tied.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in DreamWorks Animation. What is the name of Kenneth Branagh's character in The Road to El Dorado?
Multiple choice because I can't remember which one's which.
And you know they're both on there. So,
Yeah.
Is it A, Tulio, B, Hernan Cortez, C, Miguel, or D, Sebastian?
Tulio.
Incorrect. Jeremy, would you like to go for the steal?
Miguel.
Miguel, correct for a 1 point steal. All right, which
We
brings us
both knew those were the two names.
to the end of round 2. Let me do a quick tallying here.
I've got Lil Boat with 9 and Jeremy with 15 with that steal.
That is what I have as well. So Jeremy holding on to his lead as we get to round 3, which in the championship matches, round 3 is a betting round. There will be 3 questions in 3 different categories. You may bet either 0, 1, or 2 points for each question. You will write your answers down on your whiteboards, just like round 1, and reveal them when we call on you. Jay, how about I will keep score just because we got positive negatives, and I will let you ask all the questions for this round.
Well, thank you.
So for the first category will be scores and soundtracks. How much would you like to bet?
Can I bring my manager in?
Oh, you certainly both can, actually. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Brooklyn, what are we thinking? Do I need to?
Unfortunately, I can't give you a private room to confer. So.
Give me 2 seconds here.
How safe do I need to play it, Nico?
Well, you're up by 6 points. So if you
But I'm
feel
thinking
like
if it's a category I feel pretty good on, maybe I could bet 1. Like I feel pretty good.
well,
on
it
this,
scores
but
and
not great.
it scores and soundtracks. So like if you want to bet 1, I'll support you on that. But if you want
Right.
to play it safe and bet 0, I'll support you on that too, because he still has to catch up to us.
Yeah.
I think 6 is the answer, but
That's what I was thinking. Okay.
I'm sorry. Well, how much can you bet total?
0, 1, or 2.
Okay. Yeah.
They were just copying code, apparently.
And
okay.
there are 3 questions, so I'm assuming he means bet 2 for all of them.
Gotcha.
sure. Seriously, think that.
Okay. All right. So does everyone have their bets in? It looks like
Yeah.
I'm going to take these 2 back off. Kaleb, what are you going to bet?
1.
Okay. And Jeremy?
Also 1.
Also 1. Okay. Jay, give him question number 1.
All right, guys. Your first question in round number 3 comes in scores and soundtracks. We already knew that. To what song does Olive perform at the beauty pageant in Little Miss Sunshine?
Should have
Sorry,
bet.
not mean to Shatner that.
All right, they both look ready. Go ahead.
All right, Jeremy.
Super freak, she's super freaky.
And
Wow.
Lil Boat.
Super freak.
All right, your second question in the betting round will come from the category of sports movies, which I know you both love.
Ugh. Brooklyn, get in here, help.
Oh, bring everybody back.
I'll just ask you both this. Do you both want to bet zero and just move on to the next question?
I'm actually pretty good on sports, but they could throw some curveballs. So.
Brooklyn, what do you think?
D.
Okay.
What I need to know what this code is that they're using.
You do not need to know. It's called strategy, sir.
That's the whole point of a code, is that you don't know. All right, looks like they're both ready. Okay, Jeremy, what would you like to bet?
We'll go 0 this time.
0. Okay.
Taking a
Caleb?
huge risk. 1.
Yeah, I'm risking 1. All right.
All right, guys. Your question is, who directed the sports films White Men Can't Jump, Tin Cup, Play It to the Bone, Cobb, and Bull Durham?
I think this man likes sports.
Why?
They look ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
Little Boat
Ron Shelton.
for 1 point. And Jeremy for stats.
God dang it. Ron Shelton.
Correct on both accounts.
Okay. And your last question for the betting round will come in the category of horror movies.
Brooklyn, I'm thinking Nelson.
Yeah, that's good.
Jeremy, I'm thinking cheese.
Nobody cares.
I don't know what that means, but I've already made my decision.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Called being a trendsetter.
Did you not hear Jay say you're not allowed to talk about food? Come on.
I will say, the other two were Sheedy and Ringwald. I won't say what they equal, but
Okay. Caleb first. What do you want to bet this time?
1.
1 for Caleb and Jeremy.
1.
Okay. Take him away, Jay.
The 2014 thriller As Above, So Below takes place in what city?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay.
And we will go to Jeremy first.
Well, that was a bad choice. New York City. I don't know.
Unfortunately, incorrect. And Little Boat.
I believe it was Paris.
Paris is the correct answer. It was the city of.
Okay. So closing the gap a little bit in that round. Caleb is now up to 12 points to Jeremy's 15. So there's now a 3-point differential as we head into round 4, which is our Revenge of the Wheel round. In this round, we bring back the wheel to the remaining categories on it. It is opponent's choice. However, you cannot give your own strength to the other person. They can give them their own strength if you're suicidal, I suppose. So there is no multiple choice and there is no stealing in this round. It's just straight 5 questions. All right. So Jeremy, you are still in the lead. Let me remind us what we still have here.
Yeah.
We still have, you can give him 80s movies, drama, comedy, 2000s live action family films.
Oh, wait, we can't give the strengths, though, can we?
You can give him his own strength if you want.
These movies.
You can't give him your strength. But if
yeah, I can't.
you want to give him his own strength, you can.
Yeah, I can't give him 80s.
Right. So let me see.
So drama, comedy.
Drama, comedy, and crime is still available as well.
And 2000s live action family films.
Oh, yes, of course.
So I remember in round 2,
I'm
he was
either drama or crime, Nico. I'm leaning toward crime.
He was shaky on crime when he landed on it in round 2.
I can't hear Nico. Oh. Just give me a thumbs up if you agree with crime, Nico. All right. Let's give him crime.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Since I gave Caleb's questions in round 2, Jay, why don't you give him his crime questions for round 4?
Most definitely. Let me get back to the crime questions. All right, guys. Lil Boat, are you ready for your crime questions?
Yeah.
All right. Your first question In the movie Seven, the detectives realized that they had encountered the killer at an earlier crime scene where he was disguised as what?
Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Bouncer.
Photographer?
That's correct. He was a press photographer.
Yeah,
Yes.
photographer. Sorry, Caleb, didn't mean to show up.
Oh, it's fine. No worries. Go ahead. You're good. Don't be embarrassed by it.
All right, Lil Boat, your second question. Who stars with Audrey Hepburn in the film How to Steal a Million?
Peter O'Toole.
That is correct for 2 points.
Your third question. At what type of sporting event does the extravagant attire of Frank Lucas gain him police attention in American Gangster?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Baseball game.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is boxing. It's the fight of the century. It's Ali versus Frazier.
Never seen it.
All right. Your fourth question is Jeff Bridges and Rosanna Arquette star in what 80s crime thriller?
Five, 4,
Against all odds?
2.
Unfortunately, that is incorrect. It is 8 Million Ways to Die.
That's right.
And I believe this is your final question in the category of crime. Who directed the film Only God Forgives?
Nicholas Winding Refn.
That is correct for 2 points.
All right. Getting 4 points in that round, bringing him up to 16 points. Jeremy has 15, but he still has to go for his round 3. Bring your manager in. Do you need to hear the categories again? Oh, other way around. Let's try that again.
Yeah, wrong person.
All right. As we get into Jeremy's turn to answer questions. So, Caleb, what would you like to give him? Do you need the categories again?
I have to choose between drama and comedy, right? Unless I want to give him.
We're comedy.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
You going for the comedy, you said?
Oh no, I was just saying
Oh,
the
no.
only two.
Oh, you're saying okay to Brooklyn. Sorry.
All right, Brooklyn. What are we
Yeah.
thinking?
Yeah, we're doing comedy.
Oh, we are. Okay, we're going comedy. I guess.
Okay. So, Jeremy will get questions in comedies. Okay. All right. Question 1. In The Incredible Burt Wonderstone, who plays Burt's partner, Anton Marvelton?
Steve Buscemi.
That is correct for 2 points. Question 2. What is the name of the fake college they create in Accepted?
Man, I looked this up not that long ago. There's no way I'm going to remember without multiple choice. I don't know. Fulton.
Correct answer is the South Harmon Institute of Technology, abbreviated as SHIT.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Question 3 in comedies. What is the name of the journalist Johnny Depp portrays in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas?
And the book was written by Hunter S. Thompson.
5, 4. It was written by him, but the character was called Raoul Duke. Raoul Duke.
Okay.
I would have said the same thing.
Yeah,
So
I forgot they gave him a fake name. That's right.
I didn't know that. So
Question 4 in comedy. What specific type of animal is Clyde in Every Which Way But Loose?
An orangutan.
That is correct for 2 points. And your final question in comedies. In the Russo brothers, You, Me, and Dupree, who plays newlywed Carl Peterson?
Is that Matt Dillon?
That is Matt Dillon for 2 points. All right, which brings us to the end of round 4 with a score of, I have 21-16. Is that what you have?
That's exactly what I have.
Keeping it very close as we head into the final round, round 5 of our championship match, which is our Pick Your Poison round, which is normally round 3 in our regular matches. Our competitors are going to get 6 categories to choose from. It would say choose which ones they want for their 1 point, 2 point, 3 point, and 4 point questions. Our categories tonight are somewhere here: drama, teen/coming of age, recent releases, comic book movies, scores and soundtracks, and 1970s. We're going to give our competitors a minute to choose what they want, and we'll be right back. All right, we are back now for the final round of this championship match. Our competitors have had a chance to choose what they want for their questions in round 5. Jeremy, our current champion, has gone with comic book movies for 1 point, scores and soundtracks for 2, drama for 3, and 70s movies for 4 points. Kaleb has gone for scores and soundtracks for 1, drama for 2, 70s for 3, and teen/coming of age for 4 points. As the score is currently 21-16, Kaleb is trailing, so he will go first. Jay, why don't you go ahead and start reading him his...
Most definitely. Lil Boat, Kaleb, your first question for 1 point comes in the realm of scores and soundtracks. What song does Apollo Creed come to the ring to in Rocky IV?
Living in America.
No bonus points for singing.
I shouldn't get them. I'm terrible.
Drama. Let me get to it. Drama. Your 2 point question in drama. In what film did Jessica Chastain portray a Washington, D.C. lobbyist?
Miss Sloan.
2 points. All right. Your third question is going to come to you in the realm of 1970s. In Monty Python and the Holy Grail, in the frozen land of Nador, they were forced to eat what?
Sir Robin's minstrels. And there was much rejoicing. Yay!
All right. That brings you to 22 points, so you are ahead of Jeremy by 1. So we are going to go over to Jeremy. There will be no TKOs. Jeremy, your first question in comic book movies. In The Avengers, what reference does Captain America says he understood?
Oh, no. Oh, my God. This should be so easy, too.
5, 4, 3. You just love repeats. 2, 1. No?
I don't know.
The reference to flying monkeys. Flying monkeys was. I understood that reference. All right, moving on to question 2 in scores and soundtracks. What song plays during the church fight scene in Kingsman: The Secret Service?
Freebird.
That is correct for 2 points. Bringing you to 23, which will force Kaleb to answer his final question.
And that was in Coming of Age, correct?
Correct.
All right.
How many repeats do I have?
You have all 3 of them.
All 3.
Okay.
As well as Jeremy. Okay. Your 4 point question in Coming of Age movies. Who stars as Stella in 5 Feet Apart?
Five, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat.
Multiple choice, but we can't give you a repeat.
Multiple repeats.
Your 4 point question in Coming of Age. Who stars as Stella in 5 Feet Apart?
5, 4, 3, 2.
Repeat the question.
Who stars as Stella in 5 Feet Apart?
Five, 4.
Repeat.
Final repeat.
Who stars as Stella in 5 Feet Apart?
Five, 4, 3.
Good game, Jeremy. Ariel Winter.
And your winner, and still Multiplex
Oh my
Movie
God.
Warzone singles champion, Jeremy the Atom Adams. The correct answer was Haley Lou Richardson. Richardson.
Good job.
So a little
Thanks.
ironic that
Great
Jeremy
game. Great
wins
game,
on a
Jeremy.
recent releases question. With that, Jay, why don't you take us to our post-match interviews? We'll start with our winner.
Most definitely. Jeremy, how you feeling tonight, buddy? That was...
You know, I said at the beginning of the match this was going to end with me crying, and I was not lying. I'm overwhelmed right now. It was a heck of a battle. I mean, I thought there was every chance Kaleb was going to get that 4-pointer and make me answer mine. And like was said before, I've never defended a belt before. I've had several opportunities, and to finally do it, and to do it against somebody who is so prepared, such a great player, one of the people that I respect most in this league, it really means a lot to me. And I appreciate that this victory came over somebody who's such a good sportsman and a great person and so respectful. And you don't always get that. And I really appreciate it. And I'm a little overwhelmed, so I'm going to let Nico take over and say whatever he wants to say about what happens next. Cause I'm at a loss.
5 title reigns in 4 different leagues / divisions, but we finally got that first title defense out of the way now. And it feels good. It feels good for my client. It feels good for me because I know how much he's wanted this for the longest time. And to finally get over that hurdle, because you hear me mention it a lot, getting over hurdles.
Yeah.
It feels good when you finally do that. That's it. If I had a cap on, I would tip it off to Kaleb because he played a phenomenal game. I got worried with some of the bets we made in round 3.
Just flipped the wrong direction on one of those.
Yeah. Thank God it was 3 questions instead of 5, because then it could be a whole different story right now. But we bounced. We kept the momentum going. I think we only lost the lead maybe twice, and that was at the tail end, and the loss was by 1 point, which we quickly recovered each time. It feels good. And we're happy to take on whatever challenge is put in front of us next here in Movie Warzone. But until then, we now shift our focus over to Full Metal and the Snowball, because Jeremy's got to defend his Full Metal trivia singles title over there as well. So the journey
The only other thing I want to say is that, sitting and watching that entire tournament and all the great players that battled it out to get that spot, and Kaleb, who with a 5-0 record absolutely earned that spot, and just to be sitting here waiting to defend it's a little bit of an overwhelming feeling, because you're just basically waiting while all these matches are being played. And it's a heck of a feeling to be able to stand up to that and get the win. So it's definitely one of the best feelings I've had as a singles player. And I just such love and admiration to Multiplex, to Warzone for giving me this opportunity, for having such a fantastic tournament with such great players, so that the absolute best player came to take me on. And, you don't really appreciate a victory if it's an easy victory. You only really appreciate it if you have the absolute best. And only, these great leagues like Warzone can give that to you.
That's fantastic. Those are wise words. You have just done something that I don't think a lot of people have actually been able to do. You went head to head with Lil Boat. Now you said you've been waiting for all of these matches. My question to you is, do you play along with those matches as you're waiting to play the next person?
Yeah, I watch every match, especially in Warzone. So, yeah, I mean, I would have done well in a lot of those matches, but that's not taking anything away from the level of play and the great players that were there. The fact that Brian Michaels didn't get to the end there was shocking to me. There's so many great players, and I know those guys, Brian and a lot of others might be coming for me next time. So it's just a heck of a pool of talent in this league. So.
Most definitely.
One more thing. I just noticed now that my TV's reflection is happening on my couch right behind me. And I find it very funny that Pete Buttigieg is talking as this is going on.
I was just hoping it wasn't Trump. It's hard to tell because it's very small.
Oh, no. If it was, the TV would be off.
All right. And we will go away from politics and we will bring in the unfortunate Lil Boat. You came through, you played your heart out, you still scored 22 points. You took Jeremy to almost the absolute limit. What's going through your head right now?
I mean, I hear that 22 and I don't feel good about it because I know that there have been matches where I've only made it, they went 2 rounds and I scored that many points. So I don't feel good about that number at all because in a 5-round match, 22 is not a great number. All respect to Jeremy. He's a great player. I'm a little disappointed in myself. It was round 1, just little things. I shouldn't have forgotten aliens. I just blanked on that. I think just the pressure of this match, all these people, saying all these different things, all these different voices. But I respect my manager down there. He helped me. He helped calm me down. He helped, strategize and figure out a plan. I wish I would have bet more in the betting round. That I feel like maybe that would have been a different game, but that's not anybody's fault but mine. It's just one of those things where those were all 3 categories I wasn't super duper strong in, but they happened to all be questions that I knew the answers to.
It's unfortunate that it happens like that. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. It looked like you had something to say. I did not mean to.
No, I was going to say like part of what we do in the New British Empire with all the colleagues, not clients, but colleagues. We try to map out every single scenario that happens. Like, all right, we're ahead by 3. What are we going to do here when we spin? We get this betting round as a category. What do you want to do? I think if we rewind this and do this again, we do the exact same thing. We took every calculated risk that we could, and we did the right thing. Just the one thing that we can't really prepare for is round 1. Yeah. There's no way to prepare for that. We just didn't get Kaleb didn't get questions in his wheelhouse. It sucks, but that's life. That's the way it goes. And it that goes to show how important round 1 is, because if we get the lead in round 1, we're going first. We keep classics. Jeremy probably spins away from crime. Then he ends up getting 2003 works animation. It changes so much. Jeremy played a really, really great game. Hats off to you for finally defending your championship. I know you've been working really hard for that with the various belts that you have. Like, you're a pioneer in this community, and you deserve every second of credit that you get. But the New British Empire, we're not done. We have so many avenues to explore. The Game Zone championship is mine. Is mine to win. Kaleb Bowman and Sean, they have the Movie Warzone team titles. We're that those are going to be defended. I will guarantee that. Mark my fucking words. That title will be defended. Mischief Manage is going for Fandom teams. There's so many avenues, and that's what I love about this community. And I think we shouldn't hang our heads too low, because there's always another chance. There's always another opportunity.
No, I get that. And Lil Boat, the only thing I can say to you, I know you're not feeling a little, and I know you're feeling a little less than pleased about your 22 points. You got to think that this is a championship match. These are championship caliber questions, so they're going to be tougher. The fact that you came through into a championship match and still scored double digits, let alone 20 points, is still nothing to hold your head on. Is there anybody else that you're looking forward to playing, maybe to get your head clear to come through Mollywomp so you can get back on the path to playing the champ one more time?
Well, the thing that I had mapped out, and this was mapped out before I had even won the tournament, so there would be no conflict of interest, was that the loser of me and Jeremy's next match would be a number one contender match against all these new debut players that we got coming out. And as far as debuts, the person who there are a couple people, like especially like these newer unknowns, but the known quantity is Andrew James Barr. He is the person in that title picture that is the most like immediately threatening. So it could be him, could be somebody else.
The most Canadian American, as your manager would call him, I believe. Andrew James Barr. So outside of Andrew, this new flock of newbies, as you call them, the newer people into the leagues. If for some chance you could not play Andrew, who out of that new batch would you like to play?
I mean, I'd love to play Cameron. Cameron Holzman's in that batch. He's Team 19, all that. I love the guy. That'd be fun. Other people, I mean, Tim Brzakala. Tim Brzakala would be great.
I heard he loves movies.
Yeah, he does. I
heard Tim loves movies. So guys, like I said, nothing to hang your head over. Do you guys have any final words before I jump back over to the desk with Brian?
Don't you forget about me.
Don't you?
Still here.
Don't you forget about me. All right, guys. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for showing out.
All right. So yeah, that brings us to the end of our match. My final thoughts. You actually already touched on it a little bit, but they were worried about they didn't score as many points as they would like. But like you already said, these were championship level questions. These were not the same as you would find in a normal match. And Jeremy only beat you by 1 point. I mean, he had a couple questions left, but you brought him down to the wire. You did not get the TKO. You made him answer a couple questions in round 5. So obviously you both performed very well. Like you said, the round 1, I think, is where you struggled a little bit, and then crime tripped you up a little bit. But other than that, you did very well. And then it comes down to the fact that Jeremy has now beaten you to retain his singles title, but your team took the team title from him. So this seems to me like a rivalry that's going to be going on for a while.
I do. I think we will play each other again and again and again until one of us just collapses from exhaustion.
Yeah, I see this eventually reaching the level of like grudge match where you're old men trying to keep up your movie trivia.
Kaleb is my new Jake Marangoni.
But we'll see where it goes from here. Like they were saying, there are a lot of great rookies coming up right now. There several of them banded together into a couple of unofficial factions who I know are really kicking ass. But we're going to see where all this takes us, who comes up next, who gets to challenge Jeremy for that title next. And we'll see it all happen here on Multiplex Movie Warzone. Jay, I want to say thank you to you for coming and co-hosting with me. It's great to have you over here in Multiplex. Hope to see you again in the future. To our competitors, Jeremy and Kaleb, thanks for an awesome match. And to their managers, thanks for not bringing us sandwiches and for staying awake, Nico. You can go take that nap now you've been waiting for. All right. So on behalf of everybody here, I want to say thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.